G'day viewers, just back from a little ride and a parcel has arrived. So this will be my, it's not really an unboxing, I've already opened the box, but you can see inside it's got my new bash plate that arrived. And it's from Hemisphere Off-road and it looks like a good one. It's pretty solid. It'll be good enough for a light bash. It's pretty thick, I think, or maybe long, 5mm aluminium. Whatever, I don't know. It's pretty thick anyway. Website, the brackets are straight like that, and as you'll see in a minute, my GPR exhaust is underneath those bars. We'll see how that goes. So these brackets should miss my GPR exhaust. I'm glad they've made this little design change, and we'll see how it all fits together. So here we go. I've got Buddy supervising here as I'm trying to get the brackets on, but I'm going to have to just drop the exhaust down just so I can fit the brackets on, I think. Okay, so there's the underneath. It's a bit of shame, it looks a bit dirty at the moment, but you can see where I have dinged the pipe here. These pipes, oh, they've cooled down. I've just got back from a ride, so I thought that might be a bit hot, but they're okay. They've cooled down enough. So it's still a bit warm, but anyway, we'll see how these brackets fit on. So they should come down and go out around this. We'll see what happens. So it should be okay, I reckon. Yeah, so I've got a few scratches on here and a few scratches on my sump plug here. So I think I'm overdue for a little bit of protection here. I think I've got a little bit too adventurous and a few rocks have come up here. But we'll have a look at these brackets and see how they're going to fit. Okay, so there we are with a bit of light. That's a bit embarrassing. Look at that, that's a rock. Must have got caught there as I've come down on a rock. And it's dinged my pipe, but it seems structurally sound, so we'll worry about that if it becomes a problem later. We'll see what happens. So here's the bracket, you can see that, and that's going to go in there, and that's going to step around the pipe which is in the way. So let's see how that is going to go, and I won't have to manufacture a bracket. So unreal. So I'll put those brackets on, and I'll read the instructions first, and then I'll put the brackets on and I'll show you what it looks like. Let's see what happens. Let's go read the we'll have a glance at the instructions. Pull the header pipes off so I can pull the exhaust off in the forward direction. I have no idea if that's the right way to go about it, but I need, those pipes are in the way for me to get those brackets on, so I'm just trying to pull them off. Okay, so the header pipes are down and we've got access to the bracket up there, so we'll see if we can get these brackets on and then put the exhaust back together. Here we go. And those two brackets, I'll just leave them hanging there for now. I'll put a bolt in them in a minute. But that's the bracket. I'll put it on the other side. Okay, so I'm just going to put the screws in here, and I'll tell you what, I am not designed for climbing underneath a sidecar anymore. Especially, I took the dogs down the bush yesterday for a big walk, and I'm stiff from that. So it's not much fun. I'm going to do that up too tight, so we have to slide that to get to the, line it up with the bash plate holes, but that's not going to go anywhere further back than probably there, so that one's probably, because it's going to hit on the sump there, so it has to go into that gap, I think. Yeah, unless this can go on the other side, it can't go on the other side. So Yeah, that'll do there. I'm using a 4mm Allen key. The side's got the screws on, ready to go. I'll put the pipes back together in a minute. I have never ever pulled an exhaust pipe off, so that's something new for me. The dash plate over there, there's some nice scratches on it from the concrete already. Let's have a look. There's the brackets. You can see them a bit better there. They've given me some extra long bolts. With spacers. But I think it should clear everything. Those brackets there look like they're going to clear everything. They've got extra long bolts with spacers, so I can drop the bash plate down a bit, but let's see how it goes. Next little problem is these exhaust clamps. I don't think there's any reason for them to be, someone will probably tell me you've got to be around a certain way, but having the bolt on the bottom makes it a bit tight, so I want the bolt on the top. So luckily, if I undo them, I can pull them off and turn them around the other way so the bolt is on the top. Oh, the bolt is on the top. Okay, so finally it's all on, and I've put some thread lock on those bolts. The only well, it looks pretty good. It's going to offer me enough protection. It's going to protect the cross pipe there. It's going to protect the pipes here. It's going to protect the sump. I would have liked to have got this bracket on the other side here, but you can see the sump bolt there goes up, so the sump's a bit wider. So there's not enough room to get these brackets. They're a bit thicker. They're about 3mm. The plate's about 5mm, I think, thick. And so this bracket wouldn't fit on the other side here, so I've had to go back. I ideally would have had this bracket over here, and it's pretty much the same on the other side because the sidecar bolts onto about here somewhere, so there's no way. So I've got these two brackets there, but you know, it's reasonably, it's going to protect the sump and everything well enough for, as long as I don't hit something at 60 k's an hour or something, it'll be all right. So there's the view inside. A bit of clearance from the exhaust at the back, and it's protecting things there. I could have put it further back. Could have had this plate behind here if I wanted it, but it gives me some protection there. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. If I get serious, I could make a bracket to come from here down to the plate to give it some support at the front, but I don't think that's necessary. We'll see what happens. Okay, so thread lock on all those, and as a side issue while I'm here, we'll go to the back. On the final drive, if you haven't already, I've put thread lock on all these as well. So all these bolts here, I've pulled them all out, put thread lock on them because I've heard some stories about them coming loose. So I've done that as well. And my little breather tube goes up in behind there. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's my breather. A little plastic bag on it to stop it spurting oil everywhere. Once it settles down, once you do an oil change on the final drive, it settles down to about 90mm. And if you have a little bit too much, so I think when they first service, I put a little bit too much in it, spurted a little bit of oil. So definitely 90mm only. Anything above that, it spurts out the breather. Anyway, the bash plate is on, and we're pretty happy with it. So more testing to go. Okay, so there's the bash plate is on, and we'll go for a little test ride and see what happens, see how it goes.
Recording.
Okay, we're recording now. So this is day 2, second day out in a row, but we're just testing. Yesterday afternoon the bash plate arrived, so we're just going to what will be known as the Ural test track and test the new bash plate. I'm not going to intentionally bash it on anything, we're just going to see how it goes over the bits that I was worried about.
Okay.
So we're not going to intentionally bash it on any rocks. Well, we're just going to have a look at the clearance, because we've lost a bit of ground clearance by putting the bash plate on, but not much. So it should protect the sump and the exhaust a bit. At least a little bit of superficial protection. Like if we hit something doing 60 k's an hour like we are now, that I don't think it'll do much, but just those little low speed bumps. Oh, here's our track. So we'll go down and film it going over that bit that I was worried about yesterday.
Yeah. What do you mean again? Did we get stuck last time?
Oh, but yes, I slipped down the hole, down the
Yeah.
the bit in the middle. Oh, here's the big step.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't.
Ah!
We
Oh
didn't,
my god.
We didn't bottom out. That's good.
It's funny, they stopped at the exact same spot we
Yeah,
did.
it was a nice spot to stop. Great minds think alike.
Oh, I don't like being on the higher side.
No,
This
it's
is really
not,
gonna roll over.
roll over, tip over this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, in that other one of those videos the other day, when we're going up one of those little hills on the other side there,
Yeah.
your wheels off the ground, just a little bit. It's just like you hit the rock and then I see that rock there, you sort of bounce
Yeah.
and you're in the air for a bit.
Yeah.
I couldn't feel it, but
It's probably where my butt lifted off the seat.
yeah.
Like it just pushed. Oh.
Get over the tree roots here.
Oh yeah.
Lucky we can go around this way.
Sort of. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
you got caught a bit.
Oh. No, 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 no. There's a
Big hole.
yeah.
Oh, we made it.
Oh. No, the dog's coming back.
Give him something to chase.
It's hard to encourage it.
So I'll just put the camera. Oh, I got my blinker on all that time. I'll win the blinker award.
Most cautious. What the?
All right, so I think we go around to the left on
Yeah.
the Ural test course here. No worries. Nothing bottomed out anywhere. Oops.
Oh.
I'll just go and get the camera. And there we go. Underneath views. Job's a good one.
Recording.
Okay, so that's it, viewers. We're leaving the Ural test track. We'll go out this way again. We've tested the bash plate. Right, so now we're heading off to our main mission for this trip was to go to Audi. So we've tested the bash plate and I've just got to pull the bolts out again and put some Loctite on them so they can't vibrate loose. and then hopefully I never have to pull the whole thing off again. This is a little plate so I can get to the sump plug so you can drain the oil.
Yeah.
You know all about that, Sally?
Yeah. I taught you it.
Yeah. Okay, so bye for now, viewers. We'll be back shortly when we pull into the car park at Audi for some real adventure. Bye now. Viewers, here we are, the most dangerous part of the trip.
Oh, I can smell all the takeaway food.
All the takeaway
We haven't
food,
had an
yeah.
egg.
Yeah, so all the takeaway car parks are pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
But they're no match for the dangers of the Audi car park.
Yeah.
And other hazards, folks crossing road with their takeaway.
Oh my god, busy.
Yeah, busy at Audi.
Why is it busy?
I don't know.
Oh, it's not. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
they
that
knew
busy.
we were coming. They heard we were coming. They said, there's going to be a Ural sidecar. We got a chance to skittle the riders off the sidecar.
I was counting
go
on
to
it being
Audi.
quiet.
We'll go down
Oh,
the
for
back and
shadies.
park in the shade.
Oh,
You-
yeah.
You can sit in the shade. Or,
I think one.
oh, there's shady
Oh yeah.
spots there.
Yeah, go
Yep.
for
There we go. Park here away from everybody.
everyone.
All right, then I go and see the crazy people in Audi.
Huh?
Well, Melly, you have to get up. You have to come around this way. Come on.